Law Enforcement Investigations Team 1, and we are proposing a policy recommendation regarding facial recognition technology and integration with law enforcement. And two of our team members are not present right now, but they are in the video. And recently, in September 2019, the California State Legislature proposed a ban on all facial recognition technology used by law enforcement agencies for 3 years. And although this addresses the issue, given the issues this new technology raises, this was a prudent decision, and we recommend that the legislature revisit the bill and amend it to be conclusive, that is, without expiration.
We've identified 4 primary stakeholders regarding this policy decision. First, the state of California and its citizens. Second, the government of the United States of America and its citizens. Third, the facial recognition technology industry. And fourth and finally, the civil liberties groups.
There are 3 primary grievances associated with this issue, and it's trust, privacy, and accuracy.
Regarding trust, the purpose of law enforcement is generally understood to be to protect and serve the community. However, the ability of an individual who believes that he or she may be in a facial recognition system to go up and interact with or seek help from a police officer is removed. Similarly, individuals that wish to participate in public demonstration may find that they are not able to out of concern that they're being identified and recorded by any public official that may be in the area.
And this is one of our teammates talking about privacy.
Big data collection is not a new concept, and privacy concerns surrounding it have always been a thing. One of the new privacy concerns surrounding big data collection is those that come from facial recognition technology being used in body cameras on law enforcement officers. Many police officers have their body cameras on most of the time, either due to the camera's design features or their own personal choice. This means that when they go into a random 7-Eleven or any other gas station to just pick up coffee in the morning when their shift starts, people are being filmed without them realizing it. And facial recognition technology is attributing those people to any actions that they may carry out during their daily lives.
And this is one of our teammates talking about inaccuracy.
So in addition to privacy concerns, we're also concerned with the inaccuracies. So while every country sees slightly different numbers and the numbers have changed over the last couple of years, the technology still is not at a point where it's surpassing human capability, and the dangers of misidentifying someone just increased drastically day to day. So over the last couple of years, since 2015, when Facebook saw an issue with non-white races being identified as animals, we've seen numbers decrease from about 98% to maybe 81% inaccuracy rate, but that's still far too much. So the increase in technology and the innovation is a great thing, but are not quite at a point where law enforcement can use this.
We've identified 3 potential counter-arguments that proponents of facial recognition technology may employ. First, they may argue that FRT in fact aids police activity. Second, that the FRT industry will lose momentum if it loses the government as a client. And third, that there are alternatives that can be approached to a total ban. However, we find that none of these adequately addresses the issues raised regarding privacy, trust, and accuracy. We made 4 final additional considerations. First, financially, the U.S. government is expected to spend $8.6 billion on the FRT industry by the year 2020. This will be spent on incomplete products in a changing legislative landscape.
And legal considerations are the Freedom of Information Act, established in 1967, raises privacy concerns, and civil liberties groups such as the American Civil Liberties Union and the Fourth Amendment also raise privacy concerns and intellectual property concerns. And in regards to business, prime technology companies that produce FRT software, they will lose law enforcement agencies as a client, and they will have to redirect their resources and talents elsewhere.
Finally, some political considerations are that should California take the step now to permanently ban the use of facial recognition technology, they would retain their authority over internal law enforcement regulation. They would be passing this at a time when there's a favorable atmosphere for regulating the operation of police departments, and the speedy California court system would allow for the courts to address the debate sooner rather than later and further resolve the matter.
And lastly, recommendations that we want to address are that the body camera accountability bill have a permanent ban for the law enforcement agencies, and that the timeline to amend the bill be on the Governor of California's desk by December of 2019.